Did you say you hate wind?
Yeah, I hate wind.
Well, this is ridiculous. We know that wind is kind of stressful sometimes. But before we give that all away, let's turn the clock back and see what it's done for us.
Camera, while you read.
Well, it was the year 5000 BC. The Egyptians discovered wind as long ago. Well, that's a good question. The precipitation of natural movement of the air, especially informed of current of air blowing a particular direction. What is the fuel for wind, you ask? Well, that's a good question. The fuel of wind is solar energy. I can't tell you what drives it. And it's the uneven heating of the atmosphere by the sun, the irregularities of the Earth's surface, and the rotation of the Earth.
What even is wind?
Well, that's a good question. The precipitation of natural movement of the air, especially informed of current of air blowing a particular direction.
So now that I know all about wind fuel, how does wind get converted into electricity?
A wind turbine.
Wind turbine. Wind turbine.
You know what a wind turbine is, right?
No, what's a wind turbine?
Ah, well, that's a good question, young lady. A wind turbine converts kinetic energy into wind into electricity. The wind turns the blades of the turbine, which turn the shaft, which is connected to the radiator, that creates electricity.
Oh, that's so cool.
I know it is. But this isn't over yet.
But how much electricity comes from wind?
Well, that's a good question, young lady. Just like the little girl I had a few minutes ago. About 4% of the total U.S. electricity comes from wind. So like a tiny bit of a quarter is run by wind. Of the U.S. is run.
Does wind require special location so that it can run efficiently and effectively?
Why, yes it can. Any places near any body of water receive more wind because of the ocean breeze. It causes the wind to blow down onto the wind. The wind energy is more effective in the areas with big plains and grass because the wind is not being blocked by anything. It's easier, way easier to receive, young lady.
That's interesting. So what are the advantages to wind?
Another great question, you may ask. The averages of wind is a clean source. It does not populate the air, or it will cause acid rain or greenhouse gases. Another good question. The threat of the wind life. A large scale of construction to remote location pose a threat to wildlife nearby. Wind turbines also require big holes to be dug into the earth that it can affect the underground habits.
Gee, I had no idea.
So there you have it, kids. Wind is the most important thing in our lives. If we never had it, we wouldn't have had Mary Poppins, Marilyn Monroe's, and other great wind propaganda people. And that, my friends, is wind.
Okay, she's recording.
Alright.
Go like this, like you're struggling through wind.
Okay. Does someone want to come do this with me, please?
I hate wind.
Me too.
God.
Too.
Alright, and then I come in, then...
Okay. So now you want to say like now today I'm gonna tell you I win.
Alright, no. Like, don't do it like funny. Like,
No, I'm not.
what is with this stupid wind? It's so stupid. I wish it was gone. It doesn't exist. Yeah, stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and then
You
I'll
get it?
I
You
got
das
I'm
get
gonna
it?
go really quick and ask you straight.
Alright, don't record me.
Do you remember it?
No.
Okay, here I'll just write it for you.
Alright, I'm gonna go shove her back in the locker. That's all, folks.